Hey everybody. So I'm going to tell you a story about me and my friend Pedro always jumping off of shit. But before that, if you wouldn't mind, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. And we'll get right into it. So I met Pedro through his brother Mike. I met Mike in the middle of Hamilton Harbor, like on the water. That'll be another day, another story. So, first time I met Pedro, like most of my friends back then, he punched me out, and, you know, great. You know, I guess it's because I got beat up by my dad a lot, and he still liked me, so maybe I thought that's how it went. Not an expert. So, Pedro and I would do a whole bunch of crazy stuff, you know, climbing roofs and, you know, hiking, mountain climbing, like rock climbing and stuff like that. But the most fun we ever had was jumping off shit. And the first time we jumped off something, it wasn't fun. We were getting chased by security, and we had to jump off a roof into what we thought was a snowbank. So I'll tell you that one. So we were climbing this roof and climb up a gas pipe, this roof. And so we get to the top of the roof and, you know, hey, we made it to another roof. It was almost like a thing, if we can get up on the roof, it's like we climbed Mount Everest for some stupid reason. I mean, that's the feeling we had, right? Cocky guys, hey, yeah, we're up here, nobody can do this. Meanwhile, you know, anybody with a ladder can climb a fucking roof. But speaking of which, while we were standing there, we heard a ladder hit the side of the building. So Pedro runs over to there and he sees a couple security guards there. Figures, shit, we're in trouble. So he kicks the ladder down and he comes back, and we were looking around and all sides of the roof. We couldn't find anywhere to get down, like another pipe, or, you know, we can jump onto a air conditioner and jump off of that or something. Couldn't find nothing. So we go to this far side of the roof, the back of the building, and we see there's a snowbank over there. Well, I didn't see it. Pedro saw it, right? And yeah, he's like, we're going to have to jump in there. And I'm like, dude, this is like a 35-foot roof. What the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, man, how do we get caught? And I'm like, when we're caught, man, I'm not jumping off a roof. And he's like, yeah, come on, you know. And then he started giving me the old peer pressure, you know, pussy stuff like that, you know. So he runs over because the ladder came up again. So he runs over, kicks the ladder down again. And he's like, okay, man, I'm going. Now, about 15 feet away from the building, there's a fence with a barbed wire top, right? So you had to clear that and then hit the snowbank. So, and it was the first snow of the year, right? First snowfall. So Pedro's like, I gotta go. Poof. He jumps. Now, it didn't look fun at all, especially for him. But for some reason, Pedro had this ability to make you do shit that you normally wouldn't want to do. And he gets up out of the snowbank. He looks at me like, are you all right? I hear the ladder hit the side of the building again. I'm like, it's either shit or get off the freaking roof, right? So, that being said, he's like, come on, man, it's fine, no problem. So I start running, and as soon as I lift off the roof, there's nothing underneath my feet anymore, the thought occurs to me, it hadn't snowed that enough where you'd have to plow snow to make a snowbank. So within like a millisecond, I thought of that, and I thought of, well, I'm going to be paralyzed for the rest of my life, or something. I don't know. It just you picture yourself in a wheelchair, you picture yourself, but no, my toque flies off my head. My gloves fly off my hands. I'm like, this can't be a good sign. And I hit the snowbank. My left foot went down like it was almost straight. My right knee hit my face, cut my lip open, my ear was bleeding, I had a black eye. It hurt. I look up, my hat flies, hits me on the head again, and there's Pedro, and he's laughing at me. And Pedro had this laugh, and it was more like a sound. It was so as he's sitting there fucking laughing, I'm wondering if I can move, and so he helps me up. We get up and we start walking away. Security guards get up on the roof, and we don't even care about what they're doing. But yeah, that was the day we created this thing called CC rules. Okay, and CC rules. The rules are simple, and I'll get to that in a minute. So we're at a quarry. We go to this quarry. I think it was not a quarry that you were allowed to go into, but it was a nice cliff you can jump off of and right into the water, and it was fun. I mean, after the fact. So anyways, we get there. Me, Pedro, and his brother Michael. And I think John Tanner was with us. And so anyways, Pedro's like, yeah, man, we're going to jump off, right? I'm like, yeah, you know the rules, you first, because ever since then, it was Pedro first. Pedro had to do it first, or else I ain't doing it. So he gets to the edge, you know, we're like all ready, he gets to the edge, and you do this, like, you hesitate, you know what I mean? Like, you hesitate once in a while, and you're like, no. So anyway, he jumps. Lands perfect, right? I do the same thing. I do the hesitating for like 20 seconds, whatever, and then I jump, because Pedro did it, right? Land in the water. Mike. Yeah, he wasn't, didn't feel like he wanted to do it. But, so me and Pedro, we come running around. John jumps off. Me and Pedro come around. We come running up again. Pedro fucking jumps, and I'm like, hee. I jump too, like a little fucking schoolgirl. But Mike doesn't jump again. So we're down at the bottom. We're in the water, and we're like taunting him. And all of a sudden, he's like, okay, I guess I'm going to go. And he just leans forward. He doesn't jump. He just lean forward. And he landed like a pancake on the fucking water. It was so funny. You had to have been there, I guess. And of course, Pedro runs over, and you know, when you do something wrong, that guy will tell you exactly how you did it wrong and how he would do it right, which is it was constructive and annoying at the same time. But it was Pedro. He had this ability to make me look stupid and him good at the same time. Which brings us to the last jumping off things, or out of things. It was my birthday. I think I was 26 years old. And I think I was turning 26, 25, 20, I don't know, who cares. Anyway, so my sister decides she wants us to go skydiving, right? So I'm like, okay, there's no way in hell I'm going to jump out of a plane without Pedro jumping out first. That's just how it goes. I mean, the first time I had sex with my wife, I was thinking, I don't know if I can do this without Pedro doing it first. But it didn't happen that way. He was already married, and besides the point, besides the point. So anyways, I call him and another friend, Mike, not Mike's brother, not Pedro's brother, Mike, another guy, and we decide, we're all going to go, right? Pedro picks us up, we go up there, and we get to this, it kind of looked like a trailer park, the trailer trash kind of park where, cousins were fair game. It was that kind of a trailer park, but it had a runway. The first thing we drive through, Pedro's like, man, this plane's going to have duct tape on it. He was right, he did. It had a little bit of duct tape on the door. It was fucked up. But anyway, so we go through the class, they teach us about, parachutes and gives a little history about it, and, what are you going to do when you have a line over, what happens if you have to pull the chute, arcs, look, reach, pull, check, which is, the thing they drill into your head, which I'll never forget today. I mean, I fell into a tree once and I tried to archery look, but you know what, I was already on the ground by the time I checked. It was painful. I never broke nothing. Well, no, my finger maybe. So anyways, that was inside that chick though, yeah. So anyways, we get on the plane and they want the heaviest person to jump out first, which I was probably 5 or 6 pounds heavier than Pedro. But the rules were, you got to jump. Pedro has to jump first. So we get out there. I see Pedro, like he gets ready out, and I'm like right beside the door now because we had to move up as soon as Pedro got out, and he's hanging off the strut, doing this, right? Because the fucking wind was killer. And she says, go. And he goes, yeah. And he dropped. Gone. I said, I ain't going anywhere until I see that fucking chute open. So the pilot banks the plane, because we had to do a little bit of a turn anyways. Banks the plane. And I see, she's like, there it is right there. I see a chute open. Everything's good. At that point, I got to go. It's part of CC rules. Because he said to me before, you got to jump out. You can't come down on the plane. And I said, why? He goes, CC rules. And I'm like, hey, got to do it. That's what CC rules is, by the way. Anyway, so, and it doesn't mean Colin Clark. It's Custodial Clark, CC. So anyways, he makes the thing opens. I get out of the plane. So you got to get out, and you stick this arm out first, and put your foot on the wheel, the actual wheel, and then you hang off the strut. And they don't give you goggles, the bastards, right? So you're like, and you're hanging, and then she tells you to let go, and you let go, and you're like, I think I hurt my elbow. Chute opens up, and you're all like, and then you reach up, you grab your top, and it was like cool. And so I get down to the bottom of the thing, right? I land, and Pedro goes, oh, that was awesome. I said, yeah, I never want to do this again. But it was fun. It was fun. Anyways, that's the story of Pedro and how we jumped off shit. And, if you liked it, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.